afternoon, chat. In today's video, we'll be continuing to look at a scenario where the world enters a battle royale stage. Let's get into the video. So, first thing that happens is Brazil sends out an ultimatum to some of these weaker nations on their border. Colombia joins because they're like, if you don't, we're just gonna jump you, and you'll die anyways. So that's what happens there. The next event that happens is, Brazil also sent it out to Bolivia, right? But Bolivia didn't accept. So when Brazil declares war on them, Bolivia, out of fear, decides to join. The next event we see happening is Pakistan getting invaded. This is by India, who want to assert dominance over their claims. So they make an invasion through here and into here. There's even further solidified. Then Iran joins in the war, and Pakistan actually pushes back because they know they can do well against that. Pakistan does so well, in fact, they start drawing forces from these regions to slam into Iran. China also joins the war, and India connects up these two front lines here. Pakistan actually starts getting cooked because all this land here has been cut off, but they start absolutely dominating over Iran. We see them going even further, and they see that the military gets a lot of support in this region here. When Pakistan is defeated, Iran actually starts making some pushbacks, right? But these guys call themselves, they're not the Pakistani military anymore. They're the Central Asian Liberators because they're getting lots of support from the people in this region, in these regions here, because they're not Iranian, they're not Persian, they're their own kind of ethnic groups in these regions. But anyways, Iran starts pushing back, but the Central Asian Liberators do really well in these regions. They even push into Turkmenistan. This is when Iran realizes that unless they want to lose this Kazakh and Uzbek regions up here, they should just sit down. So in a peace treaty, we see that. Oh, that's not good. That happened. Pakistan is split like this. India gets its claims, and the claims in the Kashmir region are abolished. The Central Asian Liberators get all of Afghanistan and Turkmenistan, all of Iranian Afghanistan and all of Turkmenistan to rule over, and there's just colony up here. Iran's probably going to get jumped sooner or later because obviously it's got 1, 2, 3, 4 big powers on their border, and they're not as strong as the other powers. Anyways, we see the Southeast Asian region getting declared war on. So, the Himalayan nations get destroyed. Bangladesh gets pushed into, and Myanmar gets pushed into. India's already declared war on this. Nepal, Bhutan, Bangladesh, and Myanmar, and China declared war on Nepal, Bhutan, Myanmar, Laos, Thailand, Vietnam, and Cambodia. So they're expecting a lot of land off this. Laos capitulates, and the Asian island chain joins in because they want some land. The front line over here continues. Ooh, 2 colors. I see. Much Sigma. Bangladesh is almost gone. Bangladesh gets fully invaded, and Vietnam and stuff like this. These guys take all of Brunei and the Bornean region, and Vietnam starts getting absolutely chopped. Myanmar capitulates, and most of these regions capitulate. The island chain country is landing here, and India gets all of their land that they wanted. These countries get fully divided up, and this is what we see happening in a peace treaty. So we see these guys getting a stronger hold over this region over here. The Chinese get a lot of land out of this. So if I look at the map now, the Chinese look really big. So do these guys, right? These guys have control over the whole of this region. They have a pretty big area of control. India looks like the British Raj, and yeah, the next event we see happening is Portugal getting invaded by Spain. And if you might notice that, yes, I realize that Spain had islands. So Portugal gets invaded into, and it collapses over to Spain, and the peace treaty it gets fully next. And yes, I realize Canary Islands as well. The next event we see happening is Canada joining the Nordic Union because they're scared of Americans. Though the Americans haven't actually been that imperialistic this at all. Oh, this is a big one. Last event we see happening is the Polish getting jumped. So the Russians invade into Ukraine and capture the Latvian capital, which is one of the biggest cities. There's one is in Poland, and then there's Riga, and then like Kiev, and Riga is a really big city in the Polish country. Anyways, the Turkish invade upwards into Romania, and the Central European Union does some work here, though I might just start calling it Austria, or the New Austria-Hungary or something. Anyways, the Russians see lots of success, and the Germans even start coming in to invade coming. Poland gets fully divided up, and this is what we see happening in a peace treaty. Thank you all for watching. See you guys in the next video.